Good evening, everyone. Tonight, this is a repeat recording of a repeat training from the recall that we did on Thursday night, March the 2nd. For all those who are on the call, they knew that we experienced some very poor internet connections, which led to a poor quality recording of this training. So Dr. Seleme has very kindly agreed to re-record it so we can have a better quality for you. Without further ado, let me introduce you to Dr. Seleme. For all those that don't know her, Dr. Seleme is one of my favorite doctors. She has been a practicing doctor for over 20 years and has a very, very busy practice in Fairfax, Virginia. Part of Dr. Seleme's repertoire of skills, she is a licensed board doctor, a certified chiropractic, licensed board doctor of certified chiropractic medicine. She's a certified applied kinesiologist, a certified biological medicine, and a physician's acupuncturist. So without further ado, let me hand it over to Dr. Seleme.
Thank you, Rebecca. And thank you everybody who's retuning back in to get the information since the internet connection was so poor on Wednesday night. As you know, tonight we're talking about chakra balancing and the use of essential oils and how you might go about using the oils to bring vitality back to your chakra centers. I'd like to start by going through explaining what a chakra is. So in Sanskrit or Sanskrit Hindu language, chakra translates into wheel or disc. In yoga, meditation, and Ayurveda, the term refers to a wheel. So you can think of a wheel, meaning a right spinning wheel, and all seven different centers of your body. And if you look at the chart on the computer that I've put up for you, you can see and follow along as we go from the root chakra, which is the first base chakra, all the way up to the crown chakra, which is the last and the seventh chakra, going up into spirituality. So the spinning wheels, each one of them corresponds to a massive nerve center in the body that it is representing. And each one of the seven main chakras, they contain bundles of nerves that go specifically to major organs that control your emotions, control your spiritual state, your physical states, as well as your psychological state. And these chakras are continuously moving. So because they are all connected, one does not work right without the other one. They all need to stay open because one feeds into the other one. You want there to be no blockages, so you want energy flowing. So let's start with the first chakra. And that's the root chakra. And for every chakra, there is a base emotion. And the root chakra base emotion, the first chakra is I am. And the technical name that they call it in Sanskrit is Muladhara chakra. And so this root first chakra is at the base of the spinal column. It's right between where the sex organs are and the rectum. That area at the very, very base of the spine, located at the bottom of the spinal column. This root chakra is related to all of your life's first experiences, all your survival needs, your security needs. It's related to fight or flight. It's related to your safety. The biggest thing about this chakra is that it gives you a sense of belonging. Do you belong to a tribe? What clan do you belong to? What family or ethnic group do you belong to? The ages that generally correspond with this first chakra are the ages of 0 to 3 years old. And some will say that this is the beginning or the seat of our ego. This root chakra is closely affiliated, as you can imagine, with the bones of the body, the nervous system, the adrenal glands. The sensory organ that belongs to the first chakra is the nose. So what does a strong root chakra look like in somebody? It would be someone that is grounded, somebody that's independent, feels very physically and financially secure. They're thriving in their environment. They are dependable. That's somebody that where the right spinning chakra is moving and going and flowing all the way up. But what does a weak chakra look like? An unbalanced root chakra may represent somebody that's concerned about their financial and physical security. They feel very anxious. They feel hesitant. They're afraid to take chances in life. There's a sense of being stuck within their body, stuck within their life. When it begins to dysfunction, the physical manifestations of the first root chakra can manifest in the bladder, in the prostate, in the testicles, the lower intestines, the rectum, anything going down into the feet, down into the ground, your knees, your legs, your low back, sciatica, lumbar disc herniations, hemorrhoids, anything related to the lower body, into the legs and feet, because this is our root chakra where we are grounded like a tree. You can think of your body like that. And you're growing roots into the tree. So you definitely, the tree does not want to have its roots cut, because then it will not be stable. So the root chakra oils, what types of things would we look at? For the root chakra oils, you're going to look for things that are going to make you feel centered, things that make you feel grounded, something that's going to align all the chakras together, protect you, reconnect you to Mother Earth. So something that's going to make you feel confident and secure. So for those people that have anxiety manifested as a weak root chakra, excessive worry, mind chatter, they're always concerned and overthinking about everything. The go-to oils would be bay laurel or Laurus nobilis, cypress. For the people that this expresses as stress, migraines, headaches, utter physical exhaustion, peppermint and coriander are really helpful where these feelings are, when you have those type of feelings of headaches and migraines and they're accompanied by excessive worry and anxiety. The go-to oils, if this root chakra is manifesting as fear, would be bergamot, because that's very mood lifting. It can help with depression. It can help with occasional anxiety. Melissa, Ravensara, both of those can help clear any brain fog you're having and give you the strength to go forward in life and remove the fear. And ylang ylang is a really good one to balance yin and yang. So you can kind of remember that, all the male and female energy. And of course, while I'm on that, know that all the chakras can respond with an imbalance, either too much yin or too much yang. So they can be too weak and too yinny, or too strong and too yang. So if you're somebody that you're feeling stuck and you feel as if you're just in a hole and you can't get out and you're afraid and you're apprehensive, you don't want to go out, you don't want to meet anybody, you might want to try black pepper, because that's a really good spicy one to kind of motivate and unblock the energy and get things and energy moving in the body. And so when I'm saying try, what you may want to do with these oils, you certainly can diffuse them, you can breathe them in, but you can put them in a drop in some carrier oil, some type of organic carrier oil, and apply it to the front and the back of the chakra. That's definitely one way to do it. And when we get to this the chakra chart at the end, I'll explain how you can use this chart as well.
Venus, when you say apply it, is there any particular manner that we have to apply it?
I would apply it you mean to the skin?
Yeah.
I would apply it in a right spinning manner.
Okay.
The chakras, just like you do when you activate the oils, you put a drop of oil on the hand and then you swirl it 3 times to the right, at least to get it started, because the body's energy runs in a right spinning manner. Everything in life, in fact, runs in a right spinning manner. That's the divine order of things.
Okay. And should it be 3 times?
I would do at least 3 times. Well, yes, certainly. Okay. At least 3 times to activate it. And you just place it on the front and on the back of the chakra itself. So blends that you might use for the first root chakra would be grounding. I mean, obviously that's a real good one. It has spruce. Anything related to the trees I love. Those are some of my favorite personally, because the firs and the spruces and the pines, they remind me of being grounded and growing roots into the earth. In fact, you can really use that as a meditation. And I've used this a lot, that warriors used to use those oils as they rode into battle. You know, in the 15th century, 16th century, when they were going to war, they paint their bodies in pine and fir and go into battle to give them strength, to make them feel grounded as if they're part of the earth. So grounding is a good one. It has spruce in it, and it has pine in it. It's got cedar wood, of course, which is very high in sesquiterpenes and can stimulate that limbic part of the brain, the part that houses fear-based emotions, the part that releases and stores emotions, so you can get rid of some scary emotions if you want. It can help elevate spiritual awareness. So grounding is one. Sacred Mountain, another one of my favorites for meditation. I really feel like Sacred Mountain is a good one to apply to the root chakra, because that will really get the energy flowing up from the root chakra all the way up to the 7th chakra. That again has a spruce in it, the ylang ylang, to bring that balance and restore confidence, and also cedarwood. That's very stabilizing and grounding. Other nutrients that you might want to use, because we're talking about the lower intestines, Life 9. Young Living has a really, really good probiotic. Life 9 is a wonderful. So, let's not forget, there is definitely energy there, but when these chakras and these energy centers start to go dysfunctional, they will manifest in the physical tissue. So then you have issues in your tissues, and you don't want that. Get rid of that. You're going to do Life 9 and infuse good bacterium into the lower intestinal tract. So let's move on to the second chakra. So you can see on the chart, the second chakra is the sacral chakra, because it's right around where the sacrum is. In Sanskrit, it's known as Svadhisthana. And the Svadhisthana chakra, the second chakra, is related to the emotion of feeling. This is the major chakra where we attach our sensuality, our sexuality, our reproductive tract, our fertility, our pleasure center, everything around the sacral chakra. This chakra is associated with family, sexuality, your creativity, your passion, and fertility can be considered creativity, but so can writing a book, so can painting a picture. Anything related to your creative center, and say maybe you're trying to write a book, or you're trying to come up with a good play or something, and you can't quite get there, focus on the sacral chakra. This one is related to the desires, your passions, anything that you need to use your imagination for. So your desires and passions also, we know, are related to the heart, because some things that you love are related to the heart. But also you're going to want to creatively, when you're putting creativity together, use a little bit of intuition. So that's part of the sixth chakra. We'll get to that. The point I'm trying to make is all these chakras are connected. You might use a little bit of the second chakra, the fifth chakra, and the sixth chakra. So it's important to have all the chakras open and spinning in the right, wide open, so they're not blocked at all. The second chakra is related to the sexual organs, the uterus, the bladder, the kidneys. It's related to your sense of taste, and so the organ that goes with the sacral chakra. And this chakra is represented at the ages of 3 to 7. So this is when you're still as a child, you need your parents, you need your family, you still need people to help support you, but you're also realizing in life that you're starting to step out on your own. So that's what the second chakra is about. Now, what does this chakra look like when it's strong? You're going to be someone that you can express your creativity. You're not afraid to express your sensuality or sexuality. You're warm, you're compassionate, you have healthy relationships, intimate relationships, as well as family and friends. When this chakra becomes weak or imbalanced, these are going to be people that are typically controlling of themselves and controlling of others. They want to come in and control all the situation. Their sexual limitations are generally related to not feeling very good about themselves. They have a very big lack of self-worth. They're critical of their body. They feel alone. Nobody loves them. They can be victims. You also, with this one, you find compulsive eating disorders, anything related to anorexia, any obsession with your physical body is related to this chakra, menstrual disorders, sexual disorders with the sexual organs themselves, and kidney problems. So what oils would be good for the second chakra? So anything that's going to stimulate and to release stuck energy and encourage sexual or creative expression and have the effect of getting rid of all those blocked emotions, mentally, sexually, energetically, anything that feels stimulating like that to you. Now, the oils that I'm talking about in tonight's webinar are things that I think are helpful, but if there's something that you feel drawn to, if you know how to muscle test, if there's something you read the ingredients and you're like, wow, that sounds right to me, then use it. There's no right or wrong when it comes to the oils. They're all vibrational frequencies, and we all vibrate differently in our bodies. So any oil you're going to use for this is going to be big on encouraging self-expression of your core beliefs, of who you are through your creativity. So some of the things that come to mind are the citrus oils. Those are uplifting and encouraging and can be spicy, and they help balance things out in a positive way. They can transform painful experiences that might be just stuck and festering and really scary memories for you. Sandalwood. Sometimes this is a go-to one that can promote positive self-esteem, make you feel contented, stimulate spiritual love as well as sensual and sexual love. Neroli, an orangey flower smell. This one has a real profound sense of just relaxing people, along with bergamot. But the neroli can help you breathe deeply. It makes you feel calm. It makes you feel whole, pulled together. And bergamot, the spicy floral citrus, that one comes from a tree that's a cross between a lemon and an orange tree, and it kind of smells that way too. It's wonderful. Bergamot is fabulous too. But bergamot can be helpful with occasional depression. It can help to maintain your hormonal balances. It can increase digestive juices. It can do a lot of things. Can help aid with digestion as well. And then there's patchouli. Patchouli is one that old wives' tales say represents money. And people that had patchouli, people that possessed it were considered to be wealthy people. So we're talking about, another good blend that Young Living has that might be good for the chakra is abundance. Although abundance, most people think about money, what we're talking about is self-esteem. Abundance, in life we think about people that have money, and everybody thinks they have to have money in order to be looked at as good, but it's really just a facade. Money is just the way that we as humans put a label on people. But if you peel that back and look underneath, what's really money is about self-esteem. How worthy am I? How much am I worth? And we think we need a lot of money to prove self-worth, but it's not true. So you may use the blend of abundance on this sacral chakra to increase abundance of whatever, if it's fertility, if it's self-love, if it's increasing sexuality, attracting sexuality, any of those things. Clary sage is another one that you can use to stimulate intuition, stimulate the dream world, without disconnecting from reality, because these lower first four chakras are about our physical bodies and how we are on earth. As we get to chakras 5, 6, and 7, it starts moving into spirituality. But clary sage can increase your dream world and make you not feel disconnected from your body. Clary sage is also one of those can help balance hormones, is a natural estrogen, phytoestrogen, and it can help with reproductive issues. And this is the sacral chakra of the reproductive tract. And clary sage can be very inspiring. Another stimulating one that can promote communication and imagination is bay laurel or Laurus nobilis. That's great, and that's also really good for stimulating your lymphatic vessels. So if you have lower body swelling or edema in the legs and the hips and the thighs and the feet, you might take bay laurel, and you can use grapefruit and combine it with Epsom salt and make a little lymph scrub all over your body, the backs of the thighs, down the legs. So another great one for this chakra would be jasmine. Jasmine is very joyful and helps promote joy rather than fear. So if you're looking to unblock fear from the chakra, you might use jasmine. It can promote sensuality. It can promote love, sexuality. It can harmonize and bring the whole body together. So maybe good combinations of somebody that's feeling very stuck in this area might be a citrus and a jasmine put together to blend it together and bring joy to your life. Sarah is a really good blend from Young Living, that if there's any sexual abuse, any physical abuse in childhood, the Sarah brings out, it's a deeper supportive scent. So you may want to use Sarah to rub on this chakra. Inner child, of course, is great for anything related to your inner child, and I believe the inner child stays with us even through adulthood. Hopefully we all still have that inner child, and we're helping to get it into a healthy state. Instead of bringing forward all the childhood events that a lot of us have, probably most of us have something that we're bringing forward, you can use inner child to release that and reconnect with a happy inner child, the person you were before you got damaged by all the events in life. Peace and calming is a good one. It has orange, tangerine, and the patchouli, and ylang ylang. So all the things that we just finished talking about. And then Young Living has a couple of really good nutritionals. K&B is an herbal and oil mixture, and that supports kidney and bladder health. It has juniper in it, which is a wonderful support for the kidneys and regulating proper fluid balance. It has parsley in it that it helps with the bladder and the urinary tract to keep it clean. So K&B tincture is a really good one for this chakra as well. And then Femigen, natural estrogens, helps balance hormones. And you can use that one from your early years all the way straight through to menopause. So let's move on to the third chakra. That's the solar plexus. The solar plexus in Sanskrit is known as Manipura. And the Manipura, or the third chakra's emotion, is I act. So this is where we get our willpower, our energy. You've probably heard it's where your chi, your vitality, all of the things that are going on to give you more confidence to go forward in the world, your self-esteem, it all resides here. And this is above the belly button and goes just below the sternum, just below the breastbone. And the ages that go with the third chakra are ages of 7 to 13.
Venus, can I just ask you, when you say about the ages that go with the chakra, 7 to 13,
Uh-huh.
can you just expand on that a little bit? Is that when the chakra is developed to that age?
Yeah, I mean, we have the chakras that are constantly going, but some people believe that there's a time element related to the development of the chakra energetically.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to interrupt your flow.
So no, that's okay. I mean, when you think about up into the chakras, a lot of it is, a lot of this stuff comes with life, wisdom. Lots of people aren't born into the world in fact, nobody is, and you look at the evolution of the chakras, it's almost like asking the question, at what point did the kitten become a cat? It just happens.
Okay.
And so that's what's happening. The template of earth, school, or life is that we take one step in pain and the next step in wisdom, right? Yeah. Nobody's born that wise old man. So we have to energetically get the lessons and then integrate into the body. Does that make sense?
Make complete sense.
Okay. So as we go forward, the third chakra, the solar plexus, this one is all about the digestion. It's all about stomach, small and large intestines, spleen, pancreas, liver, gallbladder. The sensory organ that goes with the solar plexus are the eyes. So this is about, are you digesting the events that are happening in your life? Are you able to digest the events that are occurring in your life? That's the big question. A strong solar plexus, a strong third chakra, Manipuri, what does it look like? It is a strong sense of self-worth. You're confident, you manifest your intentions, you take responsibility for your actions and inactions. You don't put it off on somebody else. You accept it and say, yes, I did it. You own your actions. Because this chakra has a connection with the digestive tract, I think that a lot of people would not be surprised to know that it comes, it manifests with digestive problems. It manifests as frequent constipation, diarrhea, ulcers in the stomach, ulcers in the intestinal tract, diabetes, liver problems, things of that nature. You can also have eating disorders, bulimia, food addictions, emotional dependence for comfort foods, eating pasta and chocolate donuts when you feel sad, those kind of things. With this chakra, you might find that there's extremes of the yin and the yang. You may have, yin is going to be more inward. The emotion is going to be, I don't feel very powerful. I feel depressed. I'm pessimistic. Nothing ever works out. I feel hopeless. I'm ugly. I'm fat. A lot of self-criticism because you've lost your will. You've lost your inner strength. A yang imbalance is going to be something like more outward, more anger, greed. You are always thinking about things and you're fast and you're going forward. You're very rational. You're cut off from your emotions. You ignore other people's emotions. So solar plexus oils, what types of things would those be? Something that's going to obviously clear negative energy and bring in support and strength. So with this solar plexus, you may want, or third chakra, you may want to use heavier oils. You may want to use things that are going to help with the digestive system, such as fennel, things that we know that are in digize, anise, ginger, peppermint, rosemary, black pepper is another really good one. You can use these in a carrier oil and massage them again directly into the abdomen. One of the things I like to do is take the digize. I love doing this. The digize along with the GLF. I'll use the GLF for my liver gallbladder too. And I'll do it at the same time where I put about 6-7 drops of digize right on my belly, right over the belly button and over, where your stomach and intestines are. And then I'll mix carrier oil in it and I'll rub it. And then I put something hot, either a warm washcloth, or I'll put a towel down and then put a warm heating pad, something to push the heat in so that the oil will get into my intestinal tract as well as my gallbladder and liver, and I'll detoxify like that. So, also ylang ylang, this is a good one. Remember we talked about that one is pacifying for the yin and the yang imbalances. It can cool and also clear out things and clear out anger and agitated states. Black pepper, juniper, we talked about that. Remember, juniper is really good for the kidneys and the liver as well. But black pepper and juniper together can release those blocked anger feelings. And anger is one of the emotions that goes with the liver. And frustration and resentment go with the gallbladder. So that's right along the track of the solar plexus. The juniper can help strengthen your willpower and ease whenever you're feeling like a failure, but you weren't able to get something done or you're lacking in self-confidence. Another good one is Roman chamomile. That can give you a feeling of peace. It can dampen, if you're too yangy about the solar plexus imbalance, it can dampen somebody who's got too much of an ego. It can give you patience and make you feel self-nurturing about yourself. And certainly this is one of those that, you want to take care of yourself. You want to, it's okay to give yourself self-love and bring your vitality back. Instead of, a lot of times people that have weakened solar plexuses are outgassing all their energy to everybody else. They're just out there wide open so everybody can take their energy. And at the end of the day, they have none for themselves. Fennel is a good one that reduces overthinking and overanalyzing and can give you a sense of self-love, acceptance, and motivate you, give you courage and confidence. And this is what you need to go out into the world to be able to get the things done that you need to do. So peppermint, I think we all know that's a great standby. And that one resonates at about 78 megahertz. So peppermint's a good solid oil to use for physical things. It can cool and also warm. It can stimulate the flow of qi, digestive juices. It can give you, it lowers your anger and too much pride. So peppermint is really good for a lot of things. Just use a drop of peppermint though, because it's quite strong, right?
Yes.
Tea tree helps in overcoming feelings of being a victim, hopelessness. So that's more of a yin inward. Nobody loves me. I'm never going to be able to do it. I'm not good enough kind of energy. And neroli, that nice flowery orangey smell we were talking about, can promote self-confidence, inner trust. It can get rid of despair, and give you a sense of ease and hope. If you combine rose and neroli together, that can really bring in some good positive energy. Rose, we all know, vibrates super high, 320 megahertz. Rose and sandalwood mixed together, blended together, can give self-nurturing and appreciation, trust, and hope. So those are some good combination oils. And if there's too much yin, grapefruit is a good one to work on depression. It's good to work on nervous exhaustion. Ginger is a good one to bring in strong energy, bright energy. If you're lacking motivation, ginger can really help with that. And then as far as the nutrients go with Young Living, any of the digestive enzymes, of course, are going to support the physical with this. Essential Zymes 4, Detoxazyme, Allerzyme, any of those to help increase the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreatic function. We talked about Digize and then Aroma Ease. For those of you that Digize is too much or too heavy, Aroma Ease is a step down, and I really like that. It's quite nice. It has spearmint in it, ginger, cardamom, and fennel, all those things that really relax the gut. They're what are called carminatives. Those are the type of things that when you're having stomach pain or gas or bloating can really relax the muscles. So that's the third chakra. The next one is the fourth chakra. It's the heart chakra. And the emotion that goes with that is obviously I love. The heart chakra is known as Anahata in Sanskrit. And the Anahata or heart chakra is located right in between the breastbone, just to the right of the physical heart. And that would represent 18. So this one is about, this is the middle chakra and will unite all lower chakras with all upper chakras. So it's the go-between. So the fourth chakra is known as a spiritual chakra, but it also bridges our spirit. It helps our mind and our body come together with our emotions so that everything is flowing. The heart chakra obviously is related to love. And so when we work with the first four chakras, we can really open up to the spiritual chakras better. So if you get a good base going, then it'll be much easier to go into the fifth, sixth, and seventh chakras. So what does a strong heart chakra look like? It's going to be about love, relationships, acceptance, kindness, being open, not just to giving love, but receiving love as well. So it's important that this one stay open. And of course, a weak one is going to look like you're unsure of yourself, you're indecisive, you're depressed, you're sad, you don't trust anyone, you can't trust enough to open up and be loved. You always fear that you're going to be rejected. You fear emotional intimacy. You have strong feelings of abandonment, criticism, and sometimes even self-hate. So the physical, the heart chakra relates physically to things like respiratory system, the circulatory system, the immune system, your lungs. You can see upper back problems when the heart chakra starts to go. The ages of 13 to 18 are about the time when a lot of people first start having their first love, and in some cases, first sexual experiences. Everybody seems to get their heart broken. Either breaking hearts or having your heart broken seems to go along with these ages. And so this is a time when your compassion gets very, very tested. So realigning with strong emotional needs is really important with the heart chakra. So what oils go good with the heart chakra? I think the first one that comes to mind for everybody is probably rose. Rose is the first thing you think of. It's a go-to oil. It's a quintessential oil for the heart. It can cultivate your self-nurturing, your self-love, instills appreciation for beauty and life around you, for the small things in life. Palmarosa is another one that affects the heart and the nervous system and can give you a feeling of security and reduce stress. And so the neroli, which is the bitter orange, and lemon blended together are very good for the heart chakra because both of these will open it up and get rid of fear. It will allow love to come in. It promotes joy. And neroli by itself is considered a natural relaxant to the body. Roman chamomile is another one for peace and nurturing. It can release anger and emotions that are linked to any past memories. Carrot seed oil is another one that can instill compassion and self-acceptance. It brings joy and uplifts, and it also makes you feel grounded. So carrot seed oil is a good one because it gives you a little bit of a sense of the spiritual, but it also grounds you as well. Bergamot, we've talked about a lot. I'd say get bergamot and use it on everything because it's a really good oil. It will open the heart chakra, and if you add Northern Lights black spruce to it, that will help bring in forgiveness. Sandalwood is a good one to help ground and encourages a sense of security and also brings oxygen to the cells. That and cedarwood, those are two really good ones for oxygenation of the brain, oxygenation of the body. And then rosemary can bring strength and courage. And as far as, oh yes, let's not forget the cypress and cinnamon, good strong oils. Cypress will definitely help with balancing out the circulation. And cinnamon, both of those together are good for physical and energetic circulation. And then the blends, of course, are joy. It has rose in it, which is very high vibrating. It has ylang ylang. We've talked about the yin and yang with that. It has geranium in it that supports hormone balance and maintains liver and pancreatic function. And it has bergamot in it. Again, there's the bergamot. And then you have Aroma Life. And that one has cypress to improve lymphatic draining and helps balance circulation again. It has helichrysum that will help support circulation, liver function, maintains healthy veins and arteries. So both of those are great blends actually for the heart. Joy and Aroma Life. So let's move into the next chakra, the fifth chakra. The emotion related to that is I speak. The throat chakra in Sanskrit is known as Visuddha. And this Visuddha, or fifth chakra, throat chakra, it's right in the middle of the throat. It represents the ages of 18 all the way through the late 20s. The important years when everybody's going out into the world, you're speaking your truth, you're trying to make something of yourself, you're formulating who you are in life and what your purpose is supposed to be. It's a sense of your connection with the rest of the world. That is something that you're forging out beyond what you've learned from family, what you've learned from friends. It's a time when we leave high school and we start to really feel like we're going out and we're telling the world all about it. So the throat chakra is about the neck and the cervical vertebra, hypothalamus, parathyroid, your mouth, your teeth, your ears. It's related, obviously, to the speech and communication about your truths. And it's about, not just speaking your truth to others, but about hearing others that they're speaking to you. Are you really open to what they're saying, or are you blocked here and only listening to your own personal truth? So the throat chakra is where we open up to spirituality, of higher wisdom, our higher selves. If you believe in that sort of thing, that there's a higher energy about yourself that really knows what you're supposed to be doing. Are you really open to listening to that inner voice that's talking to you? So what does this look like when it's strong? A balanced throat chakra is going to allow you to assert yourself in life and manifest what you intend. It's going to allow you to be able to communicate and articulate what it is that you want to say. When this throat chakra begins to go down, you'll start to see things like thyroid problems. You'll start to see sore throats, laryngitises, tonsillitis, strep throat, speech problems, slurred speech. You may get ear problems. You may have sinus infections frequently, stiffness in your neck, shoulders, and arms. When you think about somebody that has a disc herniation in their neck, think about what's blocking the throat chakra. And somebody has thyroid problems. Is it really a thyroid problem? Western medicine says, yes, here's some medication, but are they really looking at the energetic vibration? What's really blocking that chakra? Because that's far more powerful than the physical organ itself. So people with this dysfunction, they might ignore their own inner voice, like we just talked about. Are you listening to your higher power? Are you afraid to express yourself because you're afraid of what others are going to think about you? They might think you're stupid, or they might know too much about you, so you keep everything inside. But at the same time, are you listening to others as well? Are you receptive to their truths? So with the throat chakra, a weakness and a yin dysfunction, when it's inward, you can see somebody that has locked feelings, thoughts. They keep their opinions inside. They're afraid of being heard. They feel shameful. They doubt who they are. They have a lot of resentment. And yang dysfunction, you're going to see people that, of course, this is more outward, so that they overtalk you. They never let you talk, in fact. There's someone that's just constantly chattering and you can't get a word edgewise. I'm sure that we all know people like that. Maybe we've even been those people. They interrupt your conversations frequently, and they're very closed-minded. They might judge other people harshly, and they resist change. So what oils are going to be good for the throat chakra? Obviously, anything that's going to open this area of the body and allow you to be confident about speaking your truth and letting go of fear with speaking who you really are. So the first thing that I would say is hyssop is a good one for this, for releasing swallowed emotions. Stimulating creative talking and meditation. And of course, hyssop is also good for congestion and any kind of respiratory infection. Lavender, what's that?
I'm just occasional.
Occasional. Sorry, I didn't say that. Occasional. Nix that. Thank you. So lavender can help you calm down for occasional anxiety and panic. And letting go, if you are one of those people we talked about, your need to talk incessantly. If you are one of those people and you know that about yourself, carry a bottle of lavender with you and just take a whiff every single time you start to do it. Myrrh, lavender, and neroli mixed together can help you actually listen and hear other people's words. Geranium is one that can increase communication. intimately with maybe your partner or your family or your best friends. Bay laurel can release outmoded ways of thinking and open your mind to new ideas and other perspectives. Fennel can encourage you frank and honest communication and greater confidence. Northern Lights black spruce will promote communications of inner feelings. Ylang ylang, black pepper, ginger, neroli, myrrh, thyme, all of those are great to instill courage. So maybe you have to get up and speak in front of an audience, or maybe you have to have a one-on-one intimate conversation with somebody and you're not sure you can do it because you're afraid. You might use a combination of those oils that I just said. And then, of course, smudging or doing some type of a clearing energetically with all the things that we think about, the sage and the cedar wood that a lot of people use to smudge rooms and get rid of bad energy or negative energy. Those oils, you might use cedar wood, you might use sage, you might use rosemary to remove those energetic blockages, because it works the same way. If you're saging a room, it's the same way with the oils. You're saging essentially or smudging old bad energy. So think about it like that. Spearmint is a good one to use also. Spearmint will cleanse emotionally and the mental bodies, and it helps you trust your own thoughts. So reconnecting with that higher self. Juniper, rosemary, and petitgrain can help give you protective energy, promote inner wisdom. It can pull in all kinds of good positive energy mixed together. Cedarwood is just like sandalwood in terms of oxygenating the cells, and is a lot less expensive. So some people are happy about that. But cedarwood will give a strong self-image and help you express your personal truth. To use also because that's very open and light and can bring joy and enthusiasm and get rid of fear.
Which one, Venus?
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
And so, like we talked about, the pine families, the tree families, pine, spruce, firs, all of those types of oils can be used to get rid of any, aid with respiratory symptoms that are affecting the throat chakra. So it can maintain good respiratory system. So let's move on to the sixth chakra, the third eye. The emotion related to this is I see. And so obviously they call it the third eye, so it makes sense that the emotion is I see. Even if you've never done any work with chakras, I think everybody's heard about how you need to open your third eye. When some people are like, well, where the heck is the third eye? And it's exactly where you would think a third eye would be, right in the center of the forehead. And so the Sanskrit for this is Anjana. And this represents your late 20s all the way to mid 50s, where you're beginning now to increase in spirituality, like we just talked about. You're opening up to that higher consciousness. And of course, the third eye is related to your intuition. It's related to your perception, your ability to learn from all the past mistakes. Remember, we talked about one step in pain, another step in wisdom, to learn from those painful mistakes and start to integrate them into your paradigm of who you are. So the Anjana, or the third eye, the sixth chakra, is related to your conscious and your subconscious beliefs. So even things that you don't realize you believe beneath the surface. And it is a little bit like the control center of the entire chakra system. So it integrates all the other chakras, kind of like the way the pituitary gland does. But third eye is related to the pituitary gland, the brain, because the brain is housed here, and the nervous system. It connects to the sensory system with your eyes and your ears and your nose. So touch is the sense gland that goes with the sixth chakra. What is a sixth chakra? What does a strong one look like? A balanced sixth chakra means that you're open and you're receptive and you're intuitive. You do actually get those intuitive hits. You do actually hear messages and you're open to them. And you draw from that information useful things that you can use and integrate into your life. And you're comfortable with this. You're not uncomfortable with these messages that you get. So basically, it's kind of like psychic intuition, spiritual concepts that go beyond just consensus belief about religion, something even higher than that. Dysfunction of this third eye can manifest in rigid thoughts and beliefs, being very dogmatic and stuck about your thoughts. You're clouded thinking. You're not able to access your intuition. You might not feel whole with, even have a sense that you're outside of your body and disconnected. Things that can manifest physically with this are learning disabilities, spinal issues, strokes, brain tumors, eye problems, vision problems, hearing problems. You may have hormone dysfunction because of the pituitary. So what types of oils would be good for the sixth chakra? Carrot seed and bay laurel are two that come to mind. A carrot seed, again, is one of those that can expand the third eye. It can clear psychic blocks. For those of you wanting to get more psychic, integrate your physical body with your spiritual body. Bay laurel is one that can work energetically, emotionally, and physically to improve all the energy and promote strength, and also initiate psychic abilities. Nutmeg is one that's really very good, supportive for the adrenal glands, but is also very liberating in releasing old stagnant memories, things that you just can't get rid of, opening your mind to a new perspective. Palo Santo is one, and Palo Santo in Spanish it means holy or sacred wood. And the Palo Santos can reveal your, it can integrate your day-to-day reality with spiritual reality. This is one that a lot of the shamans in the Andes use, cure people. Sandalwood and Palo Santo aid your third eye and balancing all the other chakras. And German and Roman chamomile can facilitate connections with in the angelic realms or angelic vibration. Cinnamon and nutmeg are two great ones to put together to increase, again, psychic awareness, just like the bay laurel and the carrot seed. And if you combine cinnamon along with either German or Roman chamomile, increase the flow of chi through the physical body. So remember that chi goes all the way back to the solar plexus. So here's another example of how we're connecting two different, the third chakra and the seventh chakra or the sixth chakra together, so that the energy is flowing upward. So the essential oils for the sixth chakra that are blends that Young Living has: transformation. Transformation, oh, I love transformation. I was just doing that one today with Rose and Palo Santo at a class I was giving. Wonderful. It has sandalwood in it. Of course, that's higher vibrate. That's a very high vibrate. Well, that's 96, I think, Meg. And then there's frankincense, which, is really the mother of all, meditation oils, I think. And it has Idaho blue spruce, which we know is 580 megahertz. That even trumps the rose essential oil. Talk about a heavy hitter. Transformation is incredible. The blue spruce is very deep and grounding, and goes all the way into the subconscious mind to get to those deepest memories. It's a great oil to meditate on. These oils can really help you, empower you to make changes in your belief systems. And then there's the blend of Awaken. That's specifically meant to open the third eye. How much better can you get than that? It's meant for the third eye opening. Stimulates right brain creativity. It increases the pituitary gland, increases the pineal gland, really helps you to get to the true desire and how you manifest. If you need help, asking with the angelic realm or God or source or whatever your higher power is, you may use a little bit of Awaken. The Awaken has joy, forgiveness, present time, dream catcher, and harmony in it, all mixed together. So it's a really good one. So that's the sixth chakra, third eye. Let's go to the last one, which is the crown chakra, the seventh chakra, right at the top of the head, literally on top of the head. Outside the physical body, above the head. This one is known as Sasarara in Sanskrit, and it represents the mid-50s through the end of life. So on a physical level, this is related to the pineal gland. It's related to the top of the head, the cerebrum, the brain, the nervous system, and the endocrine system. The relationship of your pineal gland is the link between your physical and your spiritual body. So your etheric energies, all the energies, and we all have them, they're invisible, but your body does have an actual etheric or outside force around it. You know how when you're in somebody's space somebody gets too close to you. They're not right on you, but they are close enough. It feels like it. They're in your space. That's your subtle body outside. That is part of your energetic energy. And that's encompassed in this too. Mid-50s to the end of life, it's a time when we're starting to get self-acceptance. If we didn't like ourselves early on, we're beginning to like ourselves. We're beginning to forgive ourselves. We're beginning to use life lessons and integrate them into our body, into our mind. We have compassion for others and their plights in life. We're not saying things like, well, they deserved it. That's what they get. Or, we're actually thinking about other people and how we are compassionate and empathetic towards them. It brings a lot of spiritual maturity. So the seventh chakra is your gateway to the subconscious mind, to the greater universe, the universal energy, the seat of the universe. However you want to describe it, it opens everything up. So it's related to mystical experiences. And your core belief of what you actually think is beyond this life, your soul's purpose too. So when this is strong, what does that look like? You're able to act without ego, and that's a hard thing in this life. Ego is definitely in the way of many, many things that go on in day-to-day life. It allows you to be selfless. You are able to connect with something other than just things in this dimension that we live in. You're present. You're right here, right now. You're not yesterday and you're not for. You feel like your life has a purpose. You're comfortable with yourself, just who you are. You make no apologies. You know who you are and you're perfectly okay with that. And you don't mind expressing your spirituality to others. So that's a strong seventh chakra. An imbalance in the chakra can feel like you have no meaning in life, that you feel alone. You don't think there is anything past this life. This is all there is, and you have an intense fear of death. You might be confused about your spirituality. You may be indecisive on what is actually out there anyway. You might feel dissociated, similar to the third eye, the sixth chakra, dissociated from your body. And this can manifest physically as mental disorders. You can be depressed. You can have nervous system issues. You can have pineal gland issues. You might not be able to sleep at night. You may be sleeping when you're supposed to be awake and awake when you're supposed to be asleep. So probably, oils that would go with this are obviously things like sandalwood, things like frankincense, the things that you would think of that can promote higher meditative states. You might use Idaho blue spruce that we just talked about at 580 megahertz. These oils can help support your spiritual connection. Sandalwood, some say it actually helps you support astral projections or astral night travel. For those of you that know what that is, that you believe you sleep and your body kind of goes in other places. I don't know how many of you have had dreams where you feel like you're flapping your arms and you're flying and you actually are going in the air. That's astral projection. Frankincense can expand your aura, your actual body, the aura that we talked about. A lot of frankincense and sandalwood and blue spruce. There is myrtle that can help with crown chakra. It can increase your auric field. It can create a connection with the divine. It can stimulate and strengthen your deep inner wisdom and protection and support during. So transition meaning transitioning from this dimension into another when you're crossing over. Basil is another one that can raise vibrational frequencies. It can stimulate clairaudience, so ability to be able to hear messages and spiritual connection, including humanitarian pursuits. Maybe there's something out there that you decide you want to do, not because you're doing it for money, just because, and you don't even want to thank you. You just want to do it because it makes you feel good that you're helping somebody else in life. Elemi is in the same family as frankincense and myrrh. And so Elemi can open you up to mystical experiences and assist in balance. We've talked about juniper. It can be very expansive and encouraging you to speak your inner. There's the Palo Santo to increase spiritual development. The last single oil I have is Angelica that can address nervous tension, weakness, fatigue, feelings of hopelessness, indecisiveness, and anything else related to stress. And of course, as far as the blends go, Three Wise Men is one that I love. Love, love, love Three Wise Men. That has sandalwood, frankincense, myrrh, and black spruce, another giant, big, heavy hitter in terms of spirituality. And that one can make you feel, promote spiritual awareness again, open the subconscious mind, and making you feel reverent to universal energy. So what I wanted to do, now that we've been through the chakras, is I wanted to briefly show you how you might use this chart. There are other ways too, but I find this works really well. You can do anything that I'm going to show you right now in a matter of 5 minutes. Once you look at this chart, and you can go to my website under the advertisement on drseleme.com. This chart, you have to click on more information, and you can download the chart if you would like. But and I think it's also on the Facebook, the Potting Shed page.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Excuse me. I had to have some water. My fifth chakra is a little blocked right now.
You've been speaking your truth tonight.
Yes, I have. Okay, so what I want to do with this chart very quickly is look at it, and underneath the root chakra, it will tell you a little brief description about kind of what we just talked about, the different organs or glands that are encompassed in the chakra. It's telling you what color belongs to the chakra, because colors are on the vibrational scale, and they do input into the body. So in my office, I have a set of colored glasses. If you come into my office with low back pain, I make sunglasses or orange sunglasses or yellow sunglasses for you to wear so that we can get energy into the body. And I've often told patients, go home and put on some red underwear, wear some red pants, put some red socks on. You know, when you're meditating, now that you know, you'll see what colors belong to each chakra. While you're meditating, close your eyes and visually see these colors going into the chakra. Pull in red into your base chakra. Pull in the color of violet into the crown chakra, blue into the throat chakra, and see the whole thing being painted with it. That's how you might use this. You could put, you know, for the second chakra, you might use orange essential oil, since the color of the second chakra is orange. That would make sense to me. So any way that you can get the energy into the chakras is a good way to do it. So the root chakra, let's start there. There are two ways that you can do this. You're going to see that there's a seed sound and there's a vowel sound for each one of the 7 chakras. The seed sound or the vowel sound are sounds that are meant to resonate with the energy of that chakra that you're stimulating. So the way that you would do this, the seed sound for each chakra, it says lum for the root chakra. You're going to sit and you're going to say it out loud and try to feel the vibration go all the way down to the base chakra. So for some people that have strong chakras, they'll feel when they say lum. And that's how you say it, just like that. Lum. You have a resonating frequency that goes down into the lungs. And if you have trouble feeling it down into the root chakra, close your eyes and see it with your inner eye, literally. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to say lum. And I can feel it go all the way down to the tailbone. If you can't feel it, you will feel it eventually as you work and you begin to gain energy in that chakra. So just like I said, lum with the seed sound, there's a vowel sound that goes with that too. Maybe you want to do the vowel sound instead. The vowel sound is O. So you might, O. And you can feel that resonating as well. While you're in meditation, if you just have 5 minutes to do this, you pick either the seed or the vowel sound. And so let's just say we're going to do the seed sound for root chakra. We just focused on lum. You can say it 1 time. You can say it 20 times. You can say it however many times so you feel the energy begin to come into that chakra. Then you're going to move to the second chakra. That seed sound is vum. So you're going to close your eyes and picture in your mind's eye the area beneath the belly button but above the pubic bone and everything that encompasses it. And say vum and feel it going all the way down into that chakra. We'll move, and then if you decide you want to do the vowel sound, then you would say ooh. Ooh is going to be the vowel sound for the second chakra. The solar plexus, same thing. We're going to do the seed sound. See it in your eye. Feel it in that. If you want to place your hand over it, that's another good way too to be able to feel the vibration. And the seed sound for that is rum, rum. And the vowel sound is ah, ah. So you can use either sound, of course, to bring energy in. The next one is the heart chakra. And so solar plexus is yellow. That color is yellow. The heart chakra, the color is green. And you can see the little chakra signs on it. It's showing a green little wheel. So that seed sound is yum, yum. The vowel sound is a. So there's no right or wrong with the sounds. It's really whichever you're feeling, whatever jives with you, whatever floats your boat, whatever you like the sound of, it feels easy. You pick either the seed or the vowel sound. But I would suggest to pick one. If you're going to do a balancing with all 7 chakras, pick the seed sound and use the seed sound for all 7 chakras. If you're going to do the vowel sound, pick the vowel sounds and use that for all 7 chakras. The throat chakra, you're going to go into the throat, and the seed sound for that is hum. This, and you're singing blue. Hum, hum. The vowel sound is a. As we move up, the third eye, and we all probably have known and heard this one. For those of you that do meditation or have taken yoga classes, you've heard this before. It's Om, Om. As you're seeing the color indigo going into the 6th chakra. The vowel sound for that is And then the last one is the crown chakra. As far as a seed sound, there is not a seed sound for the crown chakra. What you would do if you're using seed sounds for increasing vibration, and remember, the chakras spin in a right spinning manner. So as you're doing this, whether you're bringing the colors in and you're also bringing the energy using sounds, spinning of the energy going in the right spinning manner. If you see left spinning, that's not good. Everything in nature always spins to the right. That's the natural flow of life. So the crown chakra has no seed sound. When you get to that, what you'll do is you'll feel the sounds going up through the body and out to the universal energy. You'll see light. Whether you picture the violet light coming out, turning into white, because the colors of the 7th chakra can be violet or white. That's what you'll do when you get there. You can spend as much time on each chakra as you get the seed sounds down. You can go through and just say lum, vum, rum, yum, hum, om, and then let it come out. And the vowel sound for the crown chakra is ing, ing. So that's what you would do with that one. So feel free to download this chart, use it in any manner you want. If there's maybe just one chakra that you know you have a particular problem with, you may just focus on that. Maybe it's just the throat chakra and you're just going to sit for 5 minutes and focus on blue going into the throat chakra and saying hum, hum. So I would always recommend, but at the end of the meditations, to at least do a quick clearing with all of them to make sure that they're all spinning in the right direction and the energy is flowing down all the way upward. I think it's really vital to the health of the organs to do this. I've seen digestive problems clear up like that, and headaches. Same thing when you stop to do a little 5-minute meditation, and it really, really does make the difference. So I hope this information was valuable to all of you all, and you were able to actually hear me this time. And I've enjoyed helping you guys learn how to balance your chakras.
Thank you so much, Venus. This has been brilliant.
Thank you.